Hello everybody and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to do a different type of video. Usually I just do vlogs and stuff like that, but today I've been getting a lot of questions about DA soccer, what it is, what's the quality, what's the cost, bunch of different questions about DA soccer. So today I'm going to be explaining everything about it that you need to know, and of course if I don't cover everything, just let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So yeah, let's get right into it. So what exactly is DA soccer and how did it start? US Soccer actually launched DA Soccer League in 2007. This was basically based around all these different players, getting the lead players all together and more focusing on training sessions and having a bunch of games and having a bunch of opportunities in tournaments and titles, which leads to one DA Cup at the end of the season. So their goal was to create the next US star through a bunch of training and a good philosophy program. So for the overall league, I'm going to be focusing on the 2018 season. There'll be some changes and I'll address those towards the end. So in the 2018 season, they had teams from U12 to U19, and they featured 197 teams. So every team that participates in the DA, they'll play between 25 to 30 games every season. That will start in about the beginning of September, and then they'll have a break they'll have like a winter break section, and then towards the end of the season they'll start again around March. And then based on those standings, they'll participate in a DA showcase or a DA knockout round to win the DA Cup. The teams in DA are also split up into specific divisions throughout the United States. These can range from 6 to 15 teams in each division, and like I said, they play 25 to 30 games, so they play each other maybe twice or 3 times throughout the league. And the top people in each league, it depends on how big your division actually is. So if the division has like 6 teams, it's probably just going to be the top one, not the top 2. If your division has like 15, it might be like the top 4 who make it to the knockout rounds. All these games lead up to a showcase or the tournament in California. In California, you'll have every DA team go there, but depending on their rank, they'll play teams that are in their same division level and same ranking and same win percentage and stuff like that. If they didn't make the knockout round, the people who did make the knockout round, they'll play in a group stage match with other teams around the area, and the top teams will go with the lower teams in just a regular tournament. And the winners of those group stage things, the top 2, they go into knockout rounds and eventually the final. But if you don't make it, you'll have three games in total with people around your rank, and you also have scouts at every single game. So this is a hot spot for a lot of DAs, for a lot of D1 scouts, and even national team scouts for the U.S. national team. This is what it's like for the U16, U17 age level. For U15 and U19, it's a little bit different. The U15s, they just have a little bit smaller leagues, and also they have smaller spots available for the tournament. They don't focus on that too much. But every team, of course, gets 3 games in California at the showcase. So the big major change that started in 2019 is with the U19 age group. They split it into 2 different skill levels. They had the top tier and the lower tier, but they're all competing for the overall big DA Cup. The top tier features every single MLS team except for Chicago Fire, because they don't have a team this year for some reason. But they all compete in 4 different geographic divisions. So there's 8 overall, 4 in the top tier, 4 in the lower tier. But the top tier, they have 16 overall spots in each division, 16 overall spots overall, with 4 spots from each division. So they have a higher chance of making the DA Cup, while the ones in the lower tier, they only have 2 from each division, so they'll have 8 overall spots. So that leaves 22 overall spots split into the group stages, and after that, it'll be just like a normal tournament like the U16, U17 age level. You may have noticed that I haven't talked about the really lower age groups. I believe they have taken away some of the lower U12, U13, maybe even U14. They've taken away some of those DA teams, so they don't participate as DA teams anymore. But they're still part of a DA club. Once they reach to that point of U14, U15 age level, they'll start playing DA games. They did this because kids, they really didn't have the opportunity to travel as much and stuff like that. They don't need it yet. They just need to train, focus on the training, and focus on the training of the clubs that they're at. So that's DA took those away. So let's move on to what's special about coaching in the DA. So all coaches in the DA are required to have a B US Soccer license, while all the academy directors in the DA have to have an A license. What makes a DA special is that they're required to have 4 training sessions a week at least, including some games even on the weekend. So they're focusing overall on training, getting the players just to develop and get their training in, because that's basically how they're going to get better. That's their philosophy. Also, many major academies like Shattuck, We have video technology and stuff like that. So like I said in my video stuff, in my game analysis videos, we basically record every single game we have. Some of the big MLS teams also have like a tracking device, so like on your back they can tell where you ran in the game, what positions were you at more, and your highest speeds and all that. These are some of what the big academies use in the DA. So one of the reasons that a lot of people join DA is for scouting. Scouting is a major part of the DA system. At least 50% of the games that you're playing in the DA, there will be a scout there. They'll either be scouting for the U.S. national team or even for opportunities abroad if you're really, really, really good in like Europe. People like Christian Pulisic have gone there. That's probably the biggest name that's gone at playing at Borussia Dortmund and now at Chelsea. It's pretty insane to have all the scouts there because they can really change your life, really. So if you look at the roster at some DA clubs, they have this thing called full-time and part-time players. Full-time players are fully committed to the club. They're not having any training sessions outside of it, not doing anything outside of it. But part-time players, they sometimes play with the club and they sometimes play with another club. If they're like really young and then maybe they're at like a U13 level, but they're really good, so they're playing up with like the U15s team. If they're really, really that good, then they don't really need to play with them all the time because they might not get all the starting opportunities, but they could train with them sometimes, play in a couple of games if they want to, but they can also play with their club team and they'll still get exposure in both the areas, which will prepare them for a full-time player. Some people have also asked if you can play anything else, if you can do like, for example, track or cross country or basketball, any other sport outside. The DA doesn't allow you to do that. DA is for elite level players, people who want to go somewhere in soccer. You can only do that if your DA club gives you written consent to do those things outside of your soccer trainings and games. Many people ask about the cost of DA soccer. It really varies a lot based on what club you go to. I think cost in the DA has really been a misunderstood thing. Actually, in 2018, U.S. Soccer has given $2 million to 1,500 different players so that they're able to play in the DA, and also MLS clubs as well. If you're really good enough for the top tier players, you don't have to pay for anything. They even travel expenses. If you're really that good, you can make it in U.S. Soccer and make it big time. MLS teams attract a lot of players because of their homegrown system. A lot of MLS teams recently have brought up players from their academy system to play at professional level. This is really attractive to any player who wants to go pro. I believe that these facts kind of set aside what people actually think about U.S. soccer. If you're really good enough, you can play at any team you want and you can do whatever you want. But on the other side, if you really want to develop and you're not good enough yet, you might not have enough money to play in the DA yet. It's disappointing to think something that U.S. soccer needs to work on, but if you're good enough, you can play anywhere. Hey guys, that's basically all I've got for DA soccer. If you guys want to get to the next level and play DA soccer, then I'll be leaving a link in the description that goes directly to the US soccer club map. So you just click on there and you should find the teams that are in your area, find one that's near you, and try out and just get to the next level. DA soccer, I believe, is the best way to get to the next level. I play at teams of 4. It's fun to play in those, of course, with high school and club soccer. I might do a whole different video on that. But DA soccer is a thing that's going to propel you to the next level, give you the most exposure to scouts, most exposure to D1 clubs, and overall it's tough. DA soccer is easily the toughest league, the most intense. Everybody in this league, they want to get to the next level, so know what you're getting yourself into before you join DA soccer. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, please comment, like, subscribe. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please let me know in the comment section. And of course, if you got any questions, put them down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.